Hi, Lee.
Hi, Abby.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm okay. Thanks for asking. Nice to have you back. I'm just going to say hello to everybody. Welcome back to another class on verbling.com with teacher Abby. This is an idioms class, and we have 4 classes in a row together. So this is the first of 4. Nice to have you guys with us. Go ahead and claim your ticket by clicking on the green Join Class button, and you will be more than welcome. Hi, Jose.
Hi, teacher. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Wonderful. It's your weekend now.
Yes, at last is my weekend.
At last. That's a lovely feeling.
Yes.
Do you know that song, At Last, by Ella Fitzgerald?
Sorry?
Do you know a song in English called...
Yes. It's I know this song. I see a person in maybe I don't remember the TV show. Maybe it was Americans Got Talent. I don't remember.
Something like that,
And a man sang this at last. This song is beautiful song.
I love that song too. I kind of forgot about it, but when you said that, it reminded me of the song.
Really?
Yes, it did. And Ali, what's new? It's your weekend. Are you happy?
A little bit, maybe.
A little bit happy.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't do for fun, maybe. I worked for a while, maybe until afternoon,
Mm-hmm.
and I visit some relatives, my cousins, and spend time with them and come back home for your class.
Okay, very nice. So now
Can you
you're
hear
going to
me?
learn some... Yes, I hear you perfectly. Excuse me. Your
Yeah,
connection is your connection is better today than yesterday. Can you see me?
yeah, I can see you. I can see your whirling t-shirt.
I know I got my Verbling t-shirt on.
Yeah,
Sporting.
it wasn't about my connection yesterday. It was about Hangout settings. I
Oh,
don't
okay.
know why. I reinstalled Google Hangout
Mm-hmm.
again. It's okay now.
Perfect. Well, welcome back to class. Hi, Amp.
Hi, teacher. How are you?
I'm doing very good. It's nice to have you back in class on this lovely Saturday morning.
Yes, I see that it's sunny day for you.
It's a very sunny day. Um, the weather forecast says it's going to be nice and hot and sunny. And yesterday I swam 1 mile, so I was very proud of myself.
Wow.
But
Nice.
you can't see it, but I'm very bronzed.
Yeah,
I woke up this morning and I looked at my skin and I went, oh my goodness, I'm so dark.
yeah.
In how many time, teacher, do you need?
Sorry?
How many time do you need for the mile?
Oh, I didn't time it. It's a pool, Jose, and it is 137 meters long. And I
It's pro
swam.
it's professional pool, right?
It's the longest pool in Canada.
Oh,
So I swam 12 laps. I did it 12 times, and that's the equivalent to a mile. I didn't time myself though.
Why?
I don't know. I didn't think of it. Next time. Today I will
You,
if I go
you
again.
swam once without resting, or
I rested after 8, and then I continued.
mm,
Hi Arthur, how are you?
Hi, Abby. I'm fine, thank you.
Nice to have you back. How's your weekend been so far?
Well, it's fine.
You having a good weekend?
Yeah.
Did you do anything fun on Friday evening?
Um. Well, I went to a concert that like some music.
You went to a concert.
Like Yeah, that's live music.
Good for you. What kind of music was it?
That's close to rock music, but it's soft.
Okay, very nice. Soft rock.
Yeah.
Lovely. And Paolo, welcome back to the class. Good to see you again.
Hello, teacher.
Hello, hello. Paolo, did you change your picture or are you a new Paolo?
No, I changed my picture.
Okay.
I
Nice to
was
have
ugly.
you. Pardon?
I was ugly.
No, you weren't. Don't say such things. Nice to have you with us. How has your weekend been so far?
Oh, good, good. I woke up 2 hours ago.
I'm jealous of you. I was up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm always up at 6 o'clock, even when I don't want to be. So today's idiom class is starting with the letter U, but just like we did in the last one, I think it's kind of a good way to start idiom classes with a little bit of conversation. I'm going to ask you guys a question and get you guys to chat a little bit before we get started. So here is the question for you. I'll put it in the chat box, and maybe we could have Amp read it for us out of the Verbling chat.
Do you agree or disagree with the following statement? Parents are the best teachers. Use specific reasons and examples to support your answer.
What do you think, Amp?
Yes, I agree. Because they are with you until you started at the school. It's at the school you can learn knowledge, but you cannot learn moral or the education that you have at home. You cannot change it for anything.
Nice, good, very good. What about you, Paolo? What do you think?
I agree because the parents are give us the education
Mm-hmm.
what we need, and yeah, and support us on our choices.
Very good, excellent. Anybody else want to talk about why you think parents are or are not the best teachers?
I agree, but I don't think that the parents always teach you the good things, right?
Give me an example.
Because maybe your parents drunk in front of you,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe you can learn these stuffs when you grow up, or smoking, or even take drugs.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that the childs are the better students too. They learn quickly all the things that the parents show you, right?
The good and the bad.
Hmm.
Absolutely, that's a good answer. Um, so maybe the more correct way to say it would be parents are the most powerful teachers rather than the best teachers, right? What do you think, Ali?
Uh, I agree with Hoda. It depends on the parents, I think. Some parents uh, have bad habits or attitudes sometimes, and they can't teach their children good things sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I know some people, maybe they are good person or they are good parents, but their children is not good. Maybe their children learn something from their friends or uh, another persons. And sometimes I know very bad person parents, but their children are very good and successful. I don't know why.
Very good. Excellent answer. What are some differences between parents and actual teachers that a student might have? What are some differences between those two characters? Anybody? Hi, Alla. Welcome to the class.
Hello, teacher. How are
What?
you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Wonderful. How's your weekend been so far? You okay?
It's okay, yes.
Okay. Good to have you. Thanks for joining us. We're talking
Thank
about
you.
the question in the Verbling chat, which is parents are the best teachers. Do you agree or disagree? But
Mhm.
what do you think? What are some similarities and what are some differences between a child being trained by their parents and a child being trained by the teacher? Oops.
Yes, I agree that the parents are the best teachers for their children. Most of the behaviors that children earn or get is in the first, I think, first 5 years or 6 years. Most behavior or most basic behaviors and morals, and in this age, I think he must, or the parents are the most effective persons in his life. Then he'll be affected by his friends because he's going now to school and with his teachers. Yes, he accept more things and he expand his maybe his characters or his knowledge, but the basics from the parents. So they must be careful in the first years of the child life, and they have to learn him the best they can do. Yes.
That's a really good point. Yeah, those first 5 years, Ala, a child is like a sponge. So whatever they
Yes.
see around them, they will learn, right?
So yes.
Very good. I was thinking too, when a teacher teaches somebody, they are super on the job. That's their goal, is to teach a child or a person something. And when their job is finished, they can go home and they can relax, right? Like a normal person. But for parents, they don't, everything they do is like teaching a child. So the children will learn the good and the children will learn the bad. Like when I stop talking to you guys, I start speaking terrible English. But I don't want you to learn that, so I'm on my best behavior in class. Well, almost. Anybody else have a comment about who are the best, maybe an experience, or maybe you would like to tell me who was your best teacher or something that your parents taught you that was valuable, Arthur?
Well, teachers usually teach like impersonally, just strict to the subject, I think. That's the point. But parents may teach some moral or behavior. So, of course, my parents couldn't teach me English like you do. But in my childhood, well, actually, I think children just try to copy their parents in some sense, or try to be different from the parents if the parents are not that good. So parents teach in this way without actually giving some lessons.
Good. Excellent, excellent answer. Thank you, guys. Anyone else want to share? My mom taught me how to cook. That's the best thing she taught me, but I'm still not as good as my mom. So I will never be better than the master herself.
Maybe you will be better than her one day.
Maybe when I'm 55. Oh, what a terrible thought. No.
Why?
All right. Being 55, I don't know. That's my mom's age. I suppose it'll happen, right? Leonardo, welcome to the class. Good to see you.
Hi, Andy.
Hello, hello. It's time to get started with our idioms. Does anyone have any questions before we do? You idioms. All about you.
All the
Here.
waters.
All about you guys. I'm just going to share my screen with you, and then we can go ahead and get started. Maybe, Paolo, do you want to start us off by reading the first idiom?
Okay.
Whoops. There we go.
That was uncalled for. If someone does something that is uncalled for, this means that it is too mean or unnecessarily mean, similar to hitting below the belt.
Okay. Any questions before we talk about this one? Any questions?
That expression is on the past tense.
Yes, it is. It's about something that just happened or happened in the past.
Okay.
Okay? You could also say that would be uncalled for or something like that, but it is usually used in the simple past tense. That was uncalled for.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So who can explain something that would be uncalled for? Something that would be a little bit too mean or unnecessary, like the punishment didn't fit the crime, for example. Let you guys think about it for a second here. For example, Ali shows up late for class, and I say, "You idiot, what's wrong with you?" When I start calling him names. What kind of, why would we say that's uncalled for?
What I show?
Pardon? You show
What
up
is?
late. You show up late, or you're late for class.
Okay.
Maybe you had a connection problem or there was something wrong. Why would that be uncalled for me to yell at you and call you mean names?
What a stupid you are. Why you are late?
Yes, that would be uncalled for. But why would it be uncalled for, Ali? Why would that be inappropriate?
Because it's not necessary you say something like that. You call me something like
Exactly, right? It's no big deal. It's not a huge problem. Therefore, we just let it be. Who can give me another example of a behavior that would be uncalled for?
Maybe if a woman is taking diet, and maybe you share this situation and you say you really need it, maybe, or
You try to share food with her?
when a woman is on a diet, yes, and you share, you explain that you are in diet because you're feeling bad, and you said, oh, you really need diet because you are fat, maybe.
Okay. That's dangerous, Jose. That's not only uncalled for, that's dangerous. Telling a woman she should go on a diet because she is, unless she is so fat that her health is in danger. Then it wouldn't be uncalled for. Then it would be an act of kindness to help her. What does it mean to hit somebody below the belt?
Teacher,
I think it's relevant to man usually.
Yeah, exactly. So kicking a man below his belt would be considered uncalled for because it's extremely cruel, right? So that's where the
It's
expression comes from. Is there a question?
it's out of the rule hitting one below the belt. Maybe.
Exactly. Out of the rules. It's beyond a fair argument or fight.
teacher, I think it comes from boxing game because
Yeah.
because it's not allowed to hit below the belt. Sometimes if he is not playing fair, maybe he hit secretly without the referee notice under the belt to get some points or to win. So that's hit, not necessary, or it mean hit. It's a mean hit.
Exactly. It's uncalled for. That's perfect. And you're right. It does come from boxing.
Teacher, it's the same as playing hardball, right?
No. Playing hardball is when you're not willing to make a compromise. You're really stuck on your side of the deal. That's playing hardball.
Okay, thank you.
Okay? Another word is cheap shot. Oops. A cheap
Yeah.
shot is when you say something that purposely hurts another person, or you do something that hurts another person that's not really fair or within the rules. Anyone think of any other examples or other questions about it?
Teacher,
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking in an example in a phrase. Is that right if I say the kids hit the fire alarm? It was uncalled for. Is that right?
Like if there was no actual fire?
No, the kids hit the fire alarm.
Okay,
It
that is different because, well, first of all, why did they hit? Sorry, just 1 second. I'm not sure where. There's just like an air sound. I'm not sure where it's coming from. Paolo, that would be different because this means mean or unnecessarily mean. So unnecessarily hurting someone. Instead of saying no, you say, no, you idiot, or you're over the top, you're extreme, rather than just being calm.
like they mean someone.
I guess I'm not sure what you mean by hitting the fire alarm, like to make the alarm sound.
Yes.
Is there an actual fire?
No, just the just for fun. I don't know.
Okay. I suppose if somebody said they could say, you know what, kids, that was uncalled for, but it would be different. It would be not about being cruel or unnecessarily mean. It would have a different meaning. Okay?
When two
Okay.
children are fighting and one of them told the other, you are an adopted child.
Yes, there's a good example, Amp. When two kids are fighting, can you repeat that, Amp? I'll type it.
Yes, when the children are fighting and one of them told the other, you are an adopted child.
That's a very good, or an uncalled for insult. So really the fact that the child is adopted has nothing to do with the fight, but it's an extra thing to hurt the other person. Dr. House use, right? I'm not sure what you mean, Jose, about Dr. House.
TV show, Dr. House.
Oh, I don't watch that show. Sorry, I don't know it.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, but I do know about his character. He's kind of mean, isn't he? He's constantly saying
He's
things that are uncalled for.
a kind of weird.
Yeah, so you're probably right. If he's constantly making comments to hurt other people, then yes, they're comments that are uncalled for. Okay, let's continue with our next one. Leonardo, could you please read the next idiom for us? Leonardo, are you there? I had to mute your microphone because I wasn't sure where the noise was coming from.
Yeah, you can hear me now?
Now I can.
Okay. Under the table. If something is done under the table, it is done without letting the authorities know, or without being noticed or discovered. Bribes and untaxed work are often described as under the table.
Good. So Leonardo, give me an example of doing something under the table.
Hmm. Uh, Always is, I think, that regard authority,
Auditing?
authorities.
Any kind of authority. So it could be the police, or it could be your boss, or it could be the government.
I don't know. Maybe don't pay the tax.
Okay.
Hmm.
I avoided paying taxes by getting paid under the table. Okay? So
Yeah.
you're supposed to claim your income, and then you're supposed to let the government know how much taxes you can pay, right? But if you avoid, or if you get paid under the table, it means nobody knows that you got paid, so you pay less taxes than you're supposed to. Okay? Why do people do things, or what other things can people do under the table? What other things?
Some products, maybe some T-shirts or pants.
Sorry, Ali, can you repeat that?
Some clothes, maybe some T-shirts, pants, something like that.
What about them?
Because they just try to copy some brands, but they are not products in the factory or something like that. They are under the table.
Absolutely. Okay, so maybe they falsely make a product and sell it as the brand that it's not under the table. Very good.
Fake products.
Very good.
Not real McCoy or real deal.
Good job. Not the real McCoy.
Other
Anybody
example
else?
could be if you are in a competition.
Right.
For example, in a cook competition, you can pay under the table in order to win the competition.
Fantastic example. That's a good one. So paying to win.
Pay to
Paying
job.
someone. Excellent. So it's not literally. Why do you think we say under the table, Jose? Why do you think the idiom is under the table?
Is other or what's mean?
Why do you? For you. Why do you think we say under the table to describe this illegal secret activity?
It's the same word in Spanish, teacher, so I understand perfectly this word. It means that you maybe do, how do you say? Maybe you are not the best, or you are not sure that you can win, or maybe I don't know. You pay under the table. It's some illegal, right? In
Yeah,
order to obtain a benefit. I don't know.
exactly. And if you were to put something under the table, the people sitting at the table would not see it, right? So the idea is to hide your activity.
Yes.
Secret place.
Yeah. When else do we do things under the table? When do people do stuff like that?
Teacher, maybe the student was cheating under the table to pass exam.
Very good. So what might they have been doing?
Maybe he have some notes, and he's hiding them under the table and looking.
It's literally, I think.
That's literal and
but it's
idiomatic.
yeah.
Literal and idiomatic for sure, because you're hiding it from your teacher physically, but you're hiding it so that you can actually take advantage of something else, right? Very good. What about illegal gambling? Does that ever happen in someone's country? Maybe where you gamble under the table, or people gamble under the table to avoid paying government taxes for gambling?
Yeah.
So where do people usually go to do things like that?
It's a kind of cafe, not cafe, but people. It's a kind of a game salon, but they gambling secretly, not in public, I think.
Right. Very
Uh,
good. Anybody else? Sometime, just the other day with the,
Police officer, when you cross the red lights and you don't want to receive a fine, usually you gave money under the table to
perfect.
avoid the fine. The tick.
Pay the cop under the table to avoid getting a fine. X. That's kind of like what Amber said in the chat about a bribe, right? Really good. I've done that. One.
you give bribe to the police?
Well, kind of, because they asked for it, so I thought that I had to. But then I realized after that that was not really legal.
Mm. In Mexico, it's very common, teacher. For
Yeah.
example, if a police officer can give you a note for because you parking bad, sometimes they request you money because it's more easy for you, or because maybe the note is for $100, and maybe the officer, the police only request you $10.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't spend time and money, so it's very common.
Mm-hmm,
Give
exactly.
money
Okay,
under the
Abby, how did you do that, or how much you pay?
Well, that was a long time ago. It wasn't Mexico. It was in the Dominican Republic. I
It
think
was
I only paid like maybe $3 or something. It was a very small amount of money, but you know, sometimes you just don't know. You think you're doing the right thing and you're not.
it was very common in my country when you are in on the traffic and police stopped you. Police ask you show you your certificate or something like that, and you give you with money between your certificate, maybe $10 or $20.
Right.
These are my certificate, you say, and you know.
Yeah, exactly. That's another classic example. Or maybe there's a really good school that you would like to enter, but there's only so many places, right, for students to enter. So maybe you pay the school extra money to be able to get into a college or a university. That would be under the table because it wouldn't be considered fair. Alrighty. Anyone else have an example they'd like to share? Or maybe you guys have done something under the table before. Maybe you've gotten work, you
We
didn't claim it.
we use under the ladders, not table, some kind of products, fake products without taxes. People produce some products.
Mm-hmm.
We use they made in under the ladder, not table. We use something like that in Turkish.
Okay, very good. So you guys have a similar expression in your language.
Yeah.
Nicely done, you guys. Really good. Okay, let's go to our next one. And next is Jose. Could you read the next one for us in the definition?
Yes, teacher. Under the weather,
Mm-hmm.
sick, not feeling well.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you give me an example?
Under the weather. Maybe, for example, you have an hangover, you can say I am under the weather.
Mm-hmm. You
It's
have
the
a.
same. It's the
It
same
is,
in
yeah.
Mexico.
I'm a little under the weather. I drank too much yesterday. I have a hangover. I'm under the weather. You would just replace hangover with the expression.
Okay.
Okay, good job. What about you, Arthur? Can you give me an example using under the weather?
Not yet.
Just try to think of it as sick. Anytime where you might feel sick or something that you do that makes you feel sick.
Well, I will not go to the work today because I feel under the weather.
Perfect. I will not go to work today because I feel. Good job.
Is it necessary you are sick? Maybe, for example,
I just don't want.
I argued with my best friend. I feel under the weather right now.
Absolutely. So, if you're feeling depressed or sad or even emotionally, like any kind of emotional sickness, you could say, I'm feeling under the weather. Just not well, feeling bad. Okay? Amp, do you want to give me an example using that idiom?
I'd like to go to the concert, but I was feeling under the weather.
I'd like to go to the concert, but I am feeling under. But I was feeling under the weather. Is anybody in the class feeling under the weather today? I hope not. Nobody wants to feel under the weather on Saturday. Save it for Monday.
Teacher, for example, if you did or do a lot of exercise, you can say, oh, I am under the weather. For example, you that swim a lot yesterday, you can say, I under the weather.
No.
No?
That for like that because it's like a healthy thing, right? Like your body's physically exhausted. It's different. It's different.
Okay.
Okay. Anybody else? Ala or Paulo?
Okay. I was running in the rain. Yes, yesterday. I was raining in the rain,
Mm-hmm.
and today I'm feeling under the weather.
Okay, perfect. In the rain, and today I am feeling rain. You're like Rocky. Good job, you guys. Any questions? Any questions about this idiom, under the weather? Okay, let's go ahead with our next idiom, and we can have Amp read it for us. Go ahead, Amp.
Gets under your skin. If something gets under your skin, then it really annoys or bothers you, perhaps to the point that you can stop thinking about it.
Excellent, Amp. What gets under your skin?
When I witness of injustice,
When I see an injustice. I don't know why that happens. An injustice? Example. Have you seen anything like that recently, Amp? Maybe on the news?
oh, yes, well, the conflict in Palestine, with the Gaza front, it's just a problem that it has been under my skin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very good. Usually I think everybody could say something on the news that makes them feel that way, an injustice, right? Ali, what gets under your skin?
When people gossiping, I don't like it. It's under my skin.
It gets under my skin.
Gets under my skin.
Excellent. Ella, what gets under your skin?
Okay. Also, the bad news that every day we hear everywhere, maybe killing and destroying. Yeah, that gets under my skin.
Very good. Excellent example. There's a song in English. It's by, actually, I don't know the original artist, but Diana Krall does a version of it. It's called Under My Skin. And she's a man that is under her skin. So it's kind of a play on words because he might annoy or he's done something to bother her, but she can't stop thinking about him. So we can kind of use this expression to give that idea as well. Okay, you guys can look it up if you'd like to listen to it. Paolo, or Leonardo, what gets under your skin?
When people talk about the same thing, the same thing again and again.
When people repeat themselves.
Yes.
Why does that get under your skin?
Because repeat the same sentence.
Okay, you don't like that.
No.
Okay. Anybody else want to tell me something that irritates them or annoys them?
Bureaucracy gets under my skin.
The what?
Bureaucracy.
Democracy?
No, not democracy, but bureaucracy.
Bureaucracy.
Okay.
Too much paperwork.
Very good answer.
Teacher, how do you say when the people lie me or when the people cheater me?
When they cheat on you?
Yes.
When they
or
cheat
lie
me. When they cheat me.
Okay.
People cheating me gets under my skin. You're not talking about a woman, are you?
No, in general, teacher. My boss or
Then
my
yes,
family.
then you could say when they cheat me. When people cheat me, it gets under my skin.
Okay.
Cheat me. If you say cheat on me, you're referring to a romantic relationship, okay?
Okay.
Good. Any questions or comments about that idiom? All right, over to our next one. And
under your skin is just caused by people, or you can also say the anything that cause any feeling of you.
it's a feeling that, for you personally, that comes over you after somebody annoys you.
Yeah, but it must be somebody, not something, annoy you.
Not necessarily, no. It can be they might have no idea.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank
You might have that feeling inside of you, but not actually say anything about it.
Okay.
Okay? Good question, Amp. Thank you. Can you read the next one for us, Amp, while you're there?
I read the last one.
Oh, I'm sorry. Ali, go ahead and read the next one for us.
Okay. Under your breath. If you say something under your breath, you say it very quietly, usually because you are angry or annoyed.
Okay. So give me an example of something you might say under your breath, because you really don't want people to hear you, but you have to say it. Or any example. If you have something else in mind about this idiom, you can also say it.
Maybe someone annoy me, or disturb me, I say you are such a stupid, but I say very quietly under my breath.
Exactly. Stupid.
Yeah. Why did you do that?
Yeah, exactly. So very commonly children will say this, right, about their parents. Maybe their parents tell them, that's it, you're grounded, or you better clean your room, and the child might say, I don't want to clean my room, under their breath, in a very quiet voice, right?
You stupid.
Now, Ali, settle down. Anyone else have an example?
If
Maybe
you
for
are,
sorry, go ahead.
sometimes I say you are so dumb.
Yeah, why do you think we say it a little bit? Like we don't want the person to hear us, yet we do want them to hear it. Why do you think we do this in life?
Sorry.
Why do you think we do this? Because if we don't want them to hear us, we would simply not say it out loud. Why do we have to vocalize it in a low voice?
Because we don't want hurt that people maybe.
Maybe, or maybe we kind of
No.
want them to hear.
I think it makes me feel relaxed or comfortable.
It's therapy. Therapy to
Yeah.
say how you feel.
For example, your boss yelled on you, maybe angry on you. You can say something on his face directly,
Mm-hmm.
and you go back and you are working. You are stupid. Why?
Yeah.
Something you say something like
Yeah, it makes you feel better, for sure. Jose,
yeah.
what were you going to say? What was your example?
Okay, maybe when a child is in the church and his mother and this child is making a lot of noise, maybe
Mm-hmm.
his mother can say, "Behave you under your bed, right?
Absolutely. Behave yourself.
Behave yourself." Okay.
That's what I say to you guys when I send you away for the day. I say, behave yourselves. Good, exactly. Nicely done, you guys. Anyone else have a question or a comment about saying comments under your breath?
If for example, your boss said that you have to work on weekend, and you have any plans, you regret the idea, but you don't have any option. You can say quietly, okay, I'll do it, like complaining.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Yeah. Oh, fine. I'll do it. Excellent example, Amp. Very good. You're always thinking outside of the box. Ooh.
Is is only when you are hungry, teacher?
You're annoyed. You're not happy about it. Maybe not
What
angry, but annoyed.
what happen if you are in a romantic dinner? You can use under your bed.
Um, she said, no, she would say she said it in a, maybe you speak in a low tone.
Okay, in a romantic tone, right?
Exactly, or a low tone. Can you give us an example, Jose?
I don't experience in this field, teacher. Sorry.
You don't want to show us your romantic voice, okay? All right, Allah, read the next one for us.
Maybe your partner give you a cheap gift and say it's very good gift. I will buy for you it. You say, yeah, I can see something
Oh,
like that under
are
the
you?
breath.
You're under your breath saying, "Oh, okay, okay." I see what you're saying.
Okay, very well. I like.
Or yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah.
That's not quite under your breath, according to the idiom. It's more just like, okay, Allah, can you read the next one?
Up in the air, this means that a decision hasn't been reached yet and anything is still possible.
So give me an example, Ala. Is there anything up in the air for you right now?
Yeah. I think the war against Gaza is going to extend. It's up in the air.
The war against, I'm not going to spell this right. Gaza, is that correct?
Yes,
Is up in
correct.
the air. I had a student from Israel yesterday, and it was really interesting. What's happening over there is terrible. It's up in the air. We don't know what's going to happen yet.
It's terrible, yes, because civilians are dying, and there is no justice in this war. It's not two equal sides, or it's not an equal sides are fighting. It's really terrible. Children and civilians, yes, are dying. Palestinians.
Excellent answer to that idiom, but obviously it's very, very difficult, yes. Paolo, what's up in the air for you right now?
Well, my dreams are still up in the air.
My dreams are still up in the air. Can you tell us one of them? Do you want to share a little bit with us?
No, I don't know, a good job,
I want
fancy car. I don't know.
two, then they would also be up in the air, in the clouds. Very good. Leonardo, what's up in the air for you?
Would you rather go in the park or in the museum?
Sorry?
Now, I make one example.
Okay.
Would you rather going on the park or in the museum?
Okay, for up in the air? You can say
yeah.
I can't decide.
Okay.
In the air. So it means that you can't make the decision. I'm kind of up in the air, you could say. I don't know if I should go to the park or the museum. Very good. So those are your choices. Jose, tell us about a time or something maybe right now you feel like you're up in the air about. Maybe you're not sure how it's going to turn out for you.
Go to drink with my friends in my brothers today.
Why is it up in the air?
Because I prefer stay in my house. I am tired about
okay.
the week. Teacher, in Spanish we have an expression. You say the coin is in the air. Is the same? You have a expression in English?
Yes,
the coin.
Yeah, the coin is in the air means like you flipped a coin and you don't know if it's going to land on heads or tails, so you don't know what decision would be made. Very similar. Thank you. And Arthur, what about you? What's up in the air for you? Is there anything up in the air for you right now?
Yes. My visit to Vancouver is up in the air.
Oh, make a decision to come.
Okay.
That's easy. I can help you. Yes. Very good example, though. Amp? Is there anything up in the air for you?
The idea of traveling next month, it's up in the air.
Very good. The idea of traveling, you're up. You haven't decided yet, or you're waiting to know if it's a possibility for you. Good one. And what about you, Ali?
Okay. Changing my lemon is up in the air.
Changing my lemon car is up in the air.
Yeah.
Okay. Good job. I think it's probably time to change it. So sometimes people say, my whole life is up in the air, or my life's up in the air. That just means you're in a position in your life where you don't know where you're going to go or what decisions you're going to make. It involves more than a specific event, but it's more detailed, okay? And our last idiom, We were slow today. Can I have Paolo? Do you want to read that for us?
Okay. Bring someone up to speed, fill someone in. This means that you give someone the information that they missed, so they can catch up with everyone else.
Good. Can you think of an example of when you need to bring someone up to speed?
I did not understand that expression.
Okay, so people are missing information. They don't have all the information that you have, so you need to tell them the information that you have that they missed or that they didn't hear.
Okay, so could I say I need bring Peter up to speed, fill her in in the news?
With the news. Perfect. For a few days, and now he is behind. Okay? So I'm going to save the advice and answers for my review idiom lesson that's coming up very shortly. And let's just do a quick review with this. For example, number 3. Leonardo, what idiom do you think matches with picture number 3?
Number 3.
What idiom matches with that?
I don't know.
She's sick, right?
She is
Under the
sick.
weather.
Under the weather, yes.
And
Under the feather, yeah.
the weather. Yay! Good job, you guys. That is all the time that we have for this idiom class. I'll be starting the next hour in just a minute here. Any questions or comments before we close? Okay, you guys did an awesome job. Thank you so much for coming, and I will see you next hour. It's a beginner class, but if you'd like to come and practice, you are more than welcome to do so, okay?
Thanks, teacher. Take care.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Take care.
Thank you.